Oh man, so a painful day for Fantom, down almost 7% as the wider crypto market really does roil. But interestingly, Fantom is still outperforming Bitcoin, up 1% versus Bitcoin. We're going to cover off what are the key levels of support, where could this price get to, and what is my game plan around Fantom. We're also going to cover off the Cronje topic, which many people have been asking me, is he back? What's going on with there? We'll cover that off as well. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. As always, check out the links in the description if you want to buy any crypto. I use BYBIT and BitGet. They're the two best trading platforms I found to personally trade with, and I've asked them to hook you guys up with special bonuses, links in the description that also supports the channel. They're affiliate links, but they do give you the best deals to get trading. So do check those out. Links in the description if you're looking to take any trades. Now, as you can see, I warned of this a little while ago, right? We were saying we're in this rising wedge, and I showed you the breakdown from here. We warned of this at about 39 cents, 40 cents, right? So pretty much at the peak. I mean, we ran up here on the wick up towards 41, 42, but about this point, I mentioned we could be breaking down from this rising wedge, and I shared that the different price targets were at the different pivot points. I just want to clarify, I did not think this was going to happen yesterday. That big dump on Bitcoin really has shaken the markets, and there's no real clear reason. Some people are speculating, oh, is it Mt. Gox? Others are explaining, oh, is it just a bunch of liquidations? We're going to take a look at that. I've got my theory of what I think is going on, and part of it is just leverage and greed. So we're going to cover off that plus what's going on with Cronje. Now, first, what are we seeing? Well, we're seeing a little bit of support coming in. I don't think this support is huge support from a technical level. I think it's huge psychological support. Obviously, we're sitting at 30 cents. That is an important level from a psychological perspective when you've just fallen from about 40 cents. Fantom is down about 28% there over just how many days here? Since 13th of August, right? So that's about 6 days, down 28%. It's been a powerful couple of days to the downside here, as crypto as a whole has not been able to keep up with equities. We've seen equities were doing pretty well at the start of this week. They softened yesterday and today, but the whole time Bitcoin and crypto has been down with a really painful week. And you can see Fantom is not going to be able to hide from any punishment. Next key levels for me here on Fantom is I'm looking at this level at 28. Very important level. I want to see if we can hold this pivot point here. If not, then we're coming to the bottom of this wedge where things start to get really ugly back at 23 cents, okay? Now, again, for those of you who managed to dollar cost average in at these lower points, fantastic, amazing, good work. If you're trading it, then of course you trade it based on a short-term time frame. In terms of my long-term portfolio of Fantom, I'm not touching it. You guys know that by now. I'm quite simplistic. I don't want to time the market in. I'm not selling and then going, okay, when we go back at 22 cents, I'm going to put all my position in. I know a lot of people do that, and maybe some of them, maybe just a few of them could be really successful at doing that, but I'm not doing that. I've seen many people get wrecked, never get their position back, and miss out on life-changing opportunities by simply trying to time the market. So if I believe in a good project, I leave my position in it, my conviction allows me to hold it, and then if I want to buy some more, I figure out how to get more cash so I can dollar cost average. As you guys know, I'm super overweight on Fantom right now. I don't need to desperately add much more, but if we get to some of those juicy prices again, I probably won't be able to help myself. If you guys haven't built a position yet and you're looking to build a position, then you're looking at nice prices, right? 30 cents here on Fantom, but again, you don't want to catch something when it's a falling knife. You want to wait for it to get some support, find some levels, and then you can start building out your positions in a safe manner. So those are the levels I'm looking at for. Really important, 28 cents at about there, and then further damage at about 23 cents. If we also look at the other pattern I was sharing with you, we've fallen out from our rising broadening wedge. Now again, that will give you similar targets. The technical target from breaking down from this bearish pattern is to fall down to these levels. So you can see we've got key horizontal support at 30, which we're facing right now. We're getting that bounce exactly where we're at. Next level from here is suggesting 24, and then the bottom at 20 cents. So that's what we're seeing from this rising broadening wedge pattern as well. Let's now bring out the EMA ribbon. Let's bring out the EMA ribbon here on the 4-hourly, and you can see big rejection and thrown to the downside as the market dumped. Let's look at the daily. Again, fallen off a cliff. And this is really frustrating because Fantom was showing really good strength, managed to get above its EMA ribbon, came back down for the retest. It just needed to get a good bounce and move, but Bitcoin lets it down again, and you lose your EMA ribbon again. Let's also take a look at the Bollinger Band. And what you can see from the Bollinger Band is the same thing. You're now going to come back out from the bottom of your Bollinger Band, and things can move a lot faster to the downside if you close the daily candle below this Bollinger Band, which is about where we're at right now. So if we just zoom in just to show you guys, if we close below this Bollinger Band, that suggests another bigger move to the downside. Again, this is going to depend on what Bitcoin wants to do. And you can see here on Bitcoin, Bitcoin does not fancy holding its Bollinger Band today. It's lost its pattern. It's broken to the downside. If we remove the Bollinger Band and bring out the EMA ribbon, you can see hugely below, flipped our EMA back, bearish again, and the bears are in complete control. And now on Bitcoin, I'm considering, obviously, we're back into this channel, right? 22,000 to about 18,700 at the bottom of the channel. And now we need to be looking for support. And inside this channel, your various levels of support are, the first ones is about here at 21,200. Then you're looking at the psychological level at 20,000. Okay, so I'm looking for this pivot point here. If that doesn't hold, then we're looking at 20,000 psychological level. If not, to the bottom of the channel. Then those are the levels we're looking out for here. The more we progress into this channel, the more I would dollar cost average on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and any select alts, which I don't think I'm overweight enough on. Okay, so that's my game plan in this market. Yes, it's red, but this is how I like it, guys. You guys saw when the FOMO came into the market, it came in quickly. I just want to remind you, fear ingredients is sitting at 33 today. When we refresh that tomorrow, it's going to be far lower because that's not taking into account the dump we've just seen. So you guys remember just weeks ago, I mean, in the 17th of June, what is that? Not long ago, 17th of June, in these periods, fear and greed index in single digits. And then just in early July, you're talking about fear and greed index in 14, 15, 20. We're sitting at 33 now. We were as high as 42 last week. So the FOMO comes in very, very quickly, and you don't get a chance to accumulate. So if you guys have been lucky enough to be given this opportunity again, and you guys weren't happy with your positions, you need to ask yourself, what is stopping you from buying? And if it's a lack of conviction, there's no shortcut around that. I can't give you my conviction. No YouTuber can give you my conviction. And that is why a lot of people ask me, share your trades, share your trades. I can give you my exact investment thesis. I can tell you exactly the coins I'm buying and exactly what quantities. It would make no difference to you, because when push comes to shove, when I'm sleeping and this market dumps like this, you will take your phone out and you will panic sell because you didn't take the measures. Right? You didn't take the measures. It's like me saying, we're going into a boxing ring and I get a heavyweight world champion to give you the exact game plans. Throw a jab, throw a right hand, throw a left hook. But you never did the road miles. You never did the training. You never built the muscles and the endurance and the muscle memory. So how is it going to make a difference? You're going to turn up on fight night and you're going to get knocked out. And that's what the market is doing to you inexperienced investors. Because you're not taking the time to build conviction. It's the conviction that helps me hold, and it's the conviction that helps me make the right decisions. If I don't have conviction for a coin, I do not hold it. Particularly in a bear market crypto winter like this, I do not hold it. And one thing we've been reminded from here is this is the end of this bear market rally. And it was a bear market rally. Anybody who's trying to tell you, and now you guys can notice who these people were, right? Anybody who's trying to tell you, oh, we're heading back up to 50,000, 60,000, 70,000, you can remember who they were. Right? Because I told you guys very straight, the bears are in control. We're taking a dangerous trade here up towards a potential bear market rally, up towards that 28, 29,000, but I'll be taking profits very quickly. And as you can see, the bears did not even want to give us that. They've thrown us back to the downside, and they're showing us they're in complete control now. Now, what in terms of a relief rally can we get? I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little bit of a relief rally at some point, because the bears are going to get exhausted. I mean, their RSI is getting pretty weak as well. And maybe if a relief rally can come up to kind of this pivot point at maybe 22.5, maybe you can fight back even up to 22,000 or 22.5 before then the next leg to the downside. So don't be surprised if there's a little bit of consolidation. Again, don't get caught up on that. Wait for it to settle before we see the next move either way. Now, few things I want to show you. Head over to my Twitter. Make sure you guys are following me at RealIjaz1. Follow me over there, and you will get a bunch of different stuff which I tweet. But more importantly, the bit I wanted to share with you was very important. Where is it? This bit here. Leverage, greed will continue to cause these cascading liquidations and prevent progress. Really, really important. In 24 hours, 550 million has been liquidated from the cryptocurrency market, right? That is insane. And ultimately, I've said this time and time again, I've ranted about it before, it's these liquidations, this greed to the upside and to the downside, where people pile in along with the tourists with 100x leverage and 30x and 50x. This is why I don't trade with leverage. This is what's stopping our progress in crypto. If we were just slow, methodical, patient over 5, 6, 7, 8 year period, we would not have these booms and busts every single time, crazy volatility. We would have nice, steady progression up and to the right, something a bit more sensible, right? The curve would be flattened, it'd be easier to judge. But no, everybody wants to be greedy, and that is why when you get dumps like that, the big whales only need to move the market a little bit, and everybody's stop loss gets cascaded to the downside. Another thing to cover off is Andre Cronje. I've seen a bunch of tweets, and a lot of you guys asked me to cover this off as well. And there's a reason I did not cover this off, which people have been talking about, is they're saying, oh, look, 6 days ago, 4 days ago, Andre Cronje has been making commits on FUSD and F tokens. Look, guys, if you head on over to his page on overview and you look at when he was last active, he's not been active since April, right? He's not been active at all. There's no days here where he's made any contributions here to this section. So that's the first thing. Secondly, we learned this from when Andre Cronje left. When he left for the first time, and by the way, I don't think he's left. We've interviewed Michael Kong. You can go watch it here. Go listen to what he had to say. I think he's part of the team. He's part of the strategic team, and he's always going to be there. I don't think he's sitting there committing GitHub requests right now, personally, but I think he's thinking about it. I think he loves Fantom's tech. I think he's still part of the strategic team. But one thing we should learn is we should not be putting anybody on a pedestal. It's not healthy to do that. You should not put Elon Musk on the pedestal of Bitcoin or Michael Saylor. You should not put Andre Cronje at the pedestal of Fantom. It's not healthy to do that. These ecosystems should be bigger than any individual if we want to achieve the objectives we want to within crypto, right? And that is why it's not helpful, even though it's an easy narrative for people to talk about and for influencers to talk about. There's a reason I didn't cover it, and I could have easily covered it with Andre Cronje left, and we could have had a bunch of views. That's not what's the point. The point is we don't need to put these guys on a pedestal. We need to actually look at what the tech is and value it from the tech. And that way, we'll be able to pick up huge bargains when people aren't looking for things like that. Because people are looking for narratives like this instead of actually looking at the development, looking at the total value locked, looking at who's building on the platform, looking at the tokenomics, understanding projects for what they actually are. There you go, guys. Enough ranting for one video. Clearly, the red market is getting to my head. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to smash up the like button and subscribe. Make sure you go watch this Ethereum video. The Ethereum video I posted is probably the most important crypto video you will watch in a very, very long time. Please go watch that. If you don't understand it, tag me in the Discord. Let's have a conversation about it, because this is important. This is far more important than making a quick buck or two. This is about the whole crypto space and what we're actually investing in. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Smash up the likes and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.